Hello, I'm James Martirano Jr., Yorktown Parks and Recreation Superintendent. Here we are today at Granite Knolls Recreation and Sports Complex, located in between 202 and East Main Street. This park was built on 15 acres, alongside 125 acres of hiking trails. This complex is also in between two hiking trails, Sylvan Glen Park Preserve and Granite Knolls West. There are two multi-purpose fields at this location, alongside one turf baseball field with batting cages and a bullpen. Our park also has state-of-the-art LED lighting system that allows our clubs to play in the evenings. There's restrooms, a basketball court, 6 pickleball courts, a pavilion, and ample parking. Last but not least, we also have an inclusive playground. On June 18th, 2022, we held a ribbon cutting for the inclusive playground that allows children of all abilities a chance to play together. Today, June 8th, is a very special day for this sports complex. The town has decided to rename this park after our beloved supervisor, Tom Diana. Going forward, it will be named Tom Diana Park at Granite Knolls Recreation and Sports Complex. Thank you all for coming to honor such an amazing man, Tom Diana. We're going to start today with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to call Sean Riley to the microphone. He's going to be singing God Bless America.
Everybody please join in with me, and I'm sure Tom would want to hear everybody's voices this morning. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
All right, next to the podium, we're going to bring up our town supervisor, Ed Lackerman.
Good morning, all. I just wanted to take a minute to thank some of the dignitaries that are here, and I do apologize. I had not gone around, so I will go by who I have seen, and if I miss someone, I apologize, or you could raise your hand. I know we have 3 former supervisors here, Susan Siegel, Alon Gilbert, and Michael Grace. Where's Michael Grace? Very big in getting the funds for this park. Thank you, Michael. Some great work on that. We have our former highway superintendent, Eric DiBartolo, and our current highway superintendent, Dave Paganelli. I did get a nice early morning phone call at about 6:45 this morning from Matt Slater, as Albany had just finished their voting. He does send his regrets that he can't be here today. I do believe I saw Erin from Mike Lawler's office come in. Did I see Erin? Somewhere. No? Okay. I thought I did see her. I know we have Lou Luongo from Putt Valley. We have, let's see, behind me, Patrick Murphy from the town board, Sergio Esposito from the town board. Luciana is at her graduation today, but sends her love. We do have former Senator and Councilman in Yorktown, Terrence Murphy. Justice Gary Raniolo. I see the chairman of the GOP, Kevin Burns. Who am I missing? Raise your hand if I haven't gotten you. Jay. Oh, Jay, where's Jay? Jay Frisco from the Conservative Party. Vice Chair of Westchester Conservatives. Oh, there he is. Hey, Jay. All right. And, of course, we are joined by, Teresa Knickerbocker, Mayor of Buchanan, and a very, very good friend of Tom's. And, of course, we're joined by Tom's family, Donna's family, and we're blessed to be here on such a beautiful day to celebrate Tom.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to thank everyone who's turned out for today's dedication to the park. It's been a hard 5 months for us as a family. We miss him, but he truly had Yorktown always on his mind, in his heart. He loved his community, everyone in it. He didn't matter. And we're so proud to keep him alive. We live right on Stony Street. And I just don't really know what else to say, but thank you to everybody. Thank you to the people that went out and got petitions. Actually, Diana Quast, who's not here, was the town clerk. Oh, hi, Diana. Diana had come to me after Tom had passed, and the town board to appropriate things for Tom. And we agreed that the park would be the best for him and our family and the community. We also want to thank the Parks and Rec Commission for granting this honor to Tom, and all the volunteers that went out in the bitter cold to get signatures. We had over thousands that signed to dedicate this park to him. And we love the community. We're staying here, and we're always going to be a part of the community. Thank you.
Good afternoon, good morning. I just want to say thank you to everyone who came out today. It's a hard day. My dad is missed by many. Words cannot express how much he is missed by myself, my sister, our husbands, and our children. No one will ever be able to fill his shoes. The man wore many hats, even though he had beautiful hair. He was something to everybody in this town. And I'm so happy that this park is a place for everyone to come to just remember him and think of his legacy that he leaves behind in the town of Yorktown. Thank you.
So I did notice Diana come in after I spoke, but Diana, thank you for all the work done on this. I also noticed that I missed former Councilwoman Mary Capoccia, who's standing back in the background there. And I did want to point out that we have a lot of department heads that have come today from the town, which also speaks about Tommy and who he was and what he meant to our town of Yorktown. And I just wanted to, say a couple of words, and I think this is like one of the main things that I think about with Tommy, especially when we spoke about Granite Knolls and spoke about the park. Some people have used the park as a political football. And Tommy always said, there are no politics in our kids. This is what Yorktown's supposed to be about, having something to do for our kids, for our seniors, for any one of our residents. And I think that's an important message as we move forward. The namings, were bipartisan. These were things that were, Diana came to me, I came to her, because we both had separate ideas. We are doing two things because Tommy was so all-encompassing to Yorktown. He was such a part of the community. But when you think about Tom, and those of you that knew him well, when Tommy spoke about getting in the ground here and putting down drainage pipes and digging out the fields, when Tommy spoke about planting the holiday tree over by the library, appropriately for that in particular, his eyes twinkled like Santa. He had this gleam, he had this joy, he had this vision. And you know, to see the things that he had his hands on be named in recognition is an amazing, amazing thing. I neglected it because we have quite a few members of the Parks and Recreation Committee here. I do thank you all for your work in this as well. And the Jefferson Village people that really got out there with the petitions, as Donna pointed out. You know, it shows how someone can touch so many lives, a single person. And even today, where I'd normally wear a tie, as I said to Donna before, and she knows, Tommy didn't believe in ties between Memorial Day and Labor Day. So when I went to put on a tie, I'm like, oh no, I can't do that. That's sacrilegious. So once again, thank you all for coming out, and it's a beautiful, beautiful showing for a beautiful man. Thank you.
So without further ado, we'll honor our favorite Okie from Shabokie, Tom, Diana. Maybe we can just spread out a little bit. 3, 2, 1.
Will.
So it doesn't stop here, folks. We have another event at the John C. Hart Library. So go on to East Main Street, and we'll be honoring Tom there, naming a piece of East Main Street after Tom as well. So
Right in front of the library.
yeah, right in front of the library. So we'll see you down there in about 15 to 20 minutes. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here, and let's start by thanking the library for hosting the little reception afterwards and for this great spot here. So thank you, library staff and board of directors. We have quite a few dignitaries in attendance, so I'd like to run through. If I do miss, please raise your hand. But for some elected officials and former elected officials, to my far right, I missed earlier, the Honorable Joe Torres, former Peekskill councilman and a very good friend of Tom Diana's, dad's best friend I hear in the background. And standing next to him, to his right, Teresa Knickerbocker, sorry. I don't know, there's a Nickashir in Yorktown, as you know. Teresa Knickerbocker, the village mayor of Buchanan. I have behind me, well, actually, let's stay over there. I see former Supervisor Michael Grace. I see a large representation of our board from the Parks and Recreation Committee, Parks and Recreation Board. We also see one of the chairs of our Arts and Culture Board, Bruce Apar. In front of me, I see former Westchester County GOP Chair, Rosemary Panio. I see we have a representative of the Purple Hearts, Brian Sillick. Thank you. Former Councilwoman Mary Capoccia. Standing right next to her, our former highway superintendent and another one of Tom Diana's great friends, Eric D. Bartolo. Former Yorktown County Chair, Serafino Mastro. We have our current Yorktown GOP Chair, Kevin Burns. Behind me, okay. a special thank you to many of the department heads from the town of Yorktown that have come out for this. I see Tracy drove up from Yonkers. I know Janelle is here, Dan Ciarcia. We have Lorraine came down. So thank you all for showing that. And behind me, we have our town clerk, Diana Quast. Town Justice, Gary Raniolo. We have Vice Chair of the Westchester County Conservative Party, Jay Pisco. Over my left shoulder, Highway Superintendent Dave Paganelli. County Legislator, Vedat Gashi. The shade in the room, Patrick Murphy from our town board. And in his shadow, you might not be able to see, we have Sergio Esposito. And also a thank you for Lake Mohegan Fire for the fire trucks here. So, I'm going to say just a few words about Tommy and the bond of a community. When I think of East Main Street, when I think of Shrub Oak, I think of the Okie from Shrub Okie, I think of Tom Diana, and how much this little strip here represents just a small portion of his life. If you walk down about not even an eighth of a mile, you'll see the World War II monument with a lot of the names of Diana on there. I believe there are 5 Dianas on that monument. To my left and your right is the 9/11 memorial. I remember when the Eagle Scouts were doing this, and Tommy was like, "Oh, come on with me," and he was climbing up there, nailing down roofing tiles and helping things, and like, look, you know what, I'm sorry, I just don't do the labor stuff like that. That was Tommy's bag, but he, dragged me down, and we were there, and I think of the pride, I think of the joy, I think of everything that this area meant to him. And then I also look at the people. So we have a sign over here, right in front of this beautiful holiday tree, Christmas tree, whatever you would like to call it. Because you know what, Tommy celebrated all religions. It didn't matter. We spoke a lot about our Holocaust remembrance events in town, Christmas tree lighting, holiday tree lightings, the lights parade. It meant a lot. But on that sign are the names of 4 local families, Chase, Dee, Alicio, and I'm drawing a blank on the 4th one, Pinto, thank you. And that tree culminates what Tommy's community was about. People jumped on the idea, hey, we need a tree lighting on this side of town. We need to celebrate all of Yorktown. And Tommy was like, oh, I'll get there and I'll plant it. And I know Brian D. and I were talking about it before on how much this meant to Tommy, how that gleam in his eye when he got to dig. And, I almost would say he wasn't too disappointed that he had to do it 2 years in a row when the first tree died. Because he loved being in the machines, he loved creating, he loved building, and that's his legacy. That's what Tommy was about. He created a beautiful family, as you see behind me, and he created a lot for the town of Yorktown, and he held together a lot of the fabric of Yorktown. That is what we're here to celebrate today. That is the memory that I hope all take away and put that with your special memories of your time with Tom Diana, and celebrate his life, remember, pray, and let him always be a light in Yorktown. Thank you. I'd like to bring up Tom and Diana.
Good morning, everybody. Before we start, I'd like everybody to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Today's a very special day for me and my children, Brianna, Megan, and my extended family and the community about the renaming of this section of East Main Street. This is our home. Tom was a third generation Shrub Okie, as Ed would say. It's hard. It's hard because we miss him, but the tributes and the love and the compassion and the respect that people have shown us for the last 5 months has been wonderful. So many people reached out to us once Tom had passed. It's unbelievable the love we have gotten from the community. When he passed, I thought about selling my home and moving with my children in. Thinking about it, Tom would have never left Yorktown. He loved the community. I'm staying in the community. We raised our children here. And I'm so happy and honored and proud of the town board for recognizing this stretch of East Main Street in honor of Tom. He loved his community. He loved the people. The amount of people that are here today showed their love for him. And I'm so very thankful to the town of Yorktown. Thank you, Ed, Sergio, Pat, Babette, Dave, everybody. Diana, Gary, and Luciano, who's not here. But thank you to everyone who, made this possible. We're so happy and so proud of him for how he served Yorktown. Most people don't realize in his early years he was a Yorktown cop, so he loved this community from the bottom of his heart, and so do I. Thank you.
And actually, I will mention, I saw quite a few former law enforcement officers that have worked with Tom in the past. Thank you all for coming out to pay your respects. So at this time, I'd like to call on Dave Paganelli and Donna Diana to unveil our sign. This concludes the ceremony. Thank you all for coming out on this beautiful day to recognize really a beautiful Yorktowner, and have a pleasant rest of the weekend. There will be refreshments served on the porch of the library, something that, Tommy loved the refreshments out here during the lights parade, and it just adds to the beauty of the man. Thank you so much.
No. Except you can't see the sign name.
Turn around, look at Tom.
Oh, another one with a band-aid. You like
that?
that?
You got a lot.
Once again, I'm James Martirano Jr., urging you to check out this incredible park, named after an even more incredible man, Tom Diana.